Hello, welcome back to my cooking channel. I'm happy to see you again, and thank you very much for watching my videos and subscribing as well. Today I'm coming to show you how I do my beef jollof. So if you look on my table, I got my ingredients. I got my beef. It's boneless beef. It's nice and clean. I got my piece of ginger, 2 cloves of garlic, and 1 medium size of onions. This one is for the season of beef. And I got 3 paprika. It's already cooked. Red hot pepper. And I got piece of ginger, 4 cloves of garlic, and 3 bay leaves. And I got 2 medium size of onions. This one is beef season, and this one is curry powder. And this is my paste tomatoes, my homemade paste tomatoes I made. This one is homemade. I made it by myself. And this one is 4 cups of rice. You can use any rice you like. And this one is my jollof season. I made this one also by myself. If you check on my channel, you can see that this jollof season is very nice. It's already on my channel. So you can go there and you see how I made them. And I got my oil, olive oil. Olive oil, you can use any olive oil you like. I'm going to cook my meat. I'm going to season the meat before. So I'm going to put it on this bowl, and I will blend onions and ginger and garlic. That is the ingredients I'm going to use to season the meat. This is my ginger. I'm cutting them short way as I show you already. This is my ginger. I'm cutting them short way. And this is my 2 cloves of garlic. And this one is the onions. I'm going to blend it to season the meat. So afei na me be ka bom na me dey jollof no. It is a brain no me blend the onions no, garlic and any ginger no together. And so na me season meat na me dey be jollof no. It is a brain yenche. Yes, start here no. Add small water, like half cup, to blend my onions and the ginger. This is the ginger and the onions I'm using to season my meat. And I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of my beef seasoning. And this is my salt. So salt, I'm adding like 1/3 of teaspoon. It's not too much. So I'm going to cook all this one about 15 minutes before I will fry it. This is the meat. So I bring me the kwakosi just to see no for 15 minutes and I have put it on medium fire so that it will have time to cook it slowly, not rush. So it's on the fire now. Now I've put my meat on the fire. So I'm coming to start the stew I'm coming to use for the jollof. So this is my onions, 2 medium size of onions. I'm coming to blend it. I prefer to blend my onions when I'm doing stew. Like when I'm doing jollof, I prefer to blend my onions. I tell you the truth, you see that it makes it more sweet. This is my ginger. Always your ginger, cut it on short way. And this is my garlic. You know, garlic is small size, so I'm not going to chop it. And this is my hot pepper. Meat ni si jano so si enti no. Me start steam no so. Se wo ye aduane a Okay, say oh try my meat na ben ansa na wa ye a e ma wo delay more. It is time I will season meat no. Na say wash stew no so ase. Till the time you finish, you going say ne nyina no wa wie in time. Ti sabre no they started with the stew no. Small water to blend it. This is the meat I'm seasoning. So this is the onions, garlic and ginger I blend, and I add some beef seasoning and small salt. So I'm cooking this one. So I'm cooking this one for 15 minutes before I will fry. This is my onions I've blended. And this one is the bell pepper. I just cook it just for 5 minutes because I want the skin to be soft. I always say I can't cook without this bell pepper because it makes food taste sweet. It makes food taste nice. It's very, very delicious. If you use paprika for your food, you will see difference. It tastes nice. So please, you can just try and you see the difference. Inti sade mi meat ya mi kukun when ye beef. Sade me kuku amana ye ni. Oh, say all the season no. I will home hammer for my stew. So, say stew no. Say meat next season hammer. I have seasoned this one for 15 good minutes. You see how it look like. And this is the onions to start off my stew. And this is my tomatoes, homemade paste tomatoes. So we are starting it now. Now I'm going to fry my beef. This is how the beef look like. I've seasoned it. So I'm going to fry it. It may season the meat in every. So the after I made fry. Oh, the way I season no, it's meat no. So fry, I will say it tastes very nice. My Julie's kitchen. A taste you can trust. And this sauce, I'm going to keep this one. So when I'm doing my jollof stew, I will add it to it. So when it's left like this, you don't have to throw it away. It's very important. This one, all the ingredients is in. So it makes the food taste nice. Looks very nice. You just break it over and let the other side also cook before you take them out. I've cooked my beef for 10 minutes. This is how it looks like. You see, this is how the beef looks like. So it's ready for me now. The beef is ready. So I'm taking all out. Then I will use the oil to make my jollof rice. I want the flavor in the beef. So I'm using my oil to cook my rice because I want the flavor in the beef to stay in the rice. This is my beef look like. Now I'm starting my jollof stew. So this is my curry powder. I'm using the curry powder for beginning of my food. And the oil I use to fry my meat, the same oil I'm using for the stew. That's why you see the black stuff in the oil is the beef season. After I add my curry powder, then I add my ginger and onions and garlic. Instead of using a lot of Maggi cubes, you try to use natural things. So when you're cooking like stew or anything, add more onions and add some paprika. I tell you, you see the difference. My Jolly's kitchen, a taste you can trust. I want you to stay in natural things. Do you get me? So, you know, they see you use natural and normal more. And this is my 3 bay leaves I'm using for my jollof. It's not too much. The jollof I'm cooking is not too much. So I just used 3 bay leaves. And I've put it already because you see that it's leaves. So you have to put it earlier so that you can have the flavor. The onions na me do so I may fry. Say jollof ebe da stew no the way I be cook stew na mana bean and ma jollof eyede. It is the way you cook the stew that will make it nice. This one is my homemade paste tomatoes I made. So I'm using this one for my jollof rice. This is 200 grams of paste tomatoes. I'm going to cook this one for 10 minutes before I will add my paprika. I would like my tomatoes to cook well, so I add some water. I have cooked the tomatoes for 10 minutes. This is the paprika. I'm adding this water. I want my stew to cook very well. With the way you season now, with the season meat no. Till we say now the afra stew no. Then you leave it to cook. This one is my homemade jollof season I made. So I'm going to add 1 tablespoon. With my homemade jollof season no egum mi stew no. Iti na no me ja my stew no enya time na abbe ansa na my jollof no. Ti men kokoro a eguso a. Where soya sauce. So me ye jollof a me tie ewisu e my jollof no it is nice. Eti no me ba ewisu 2 tablespoons of the soya sauce. So I'm using 2 tablespoons of dark soya sauce for my jollof rice. I've added 1 teaspoon of salt for my jollof to your taste. I'm putting the meat I fry in the stew to let it all cook together. It is also with the stew no meat na egu stew no. If I say meat no is soft, intina with the egu stew no. And my flavor no so no being together. Let's say and one so it's not ready yet. Unless I see that the oil comes up, then I know that my stew is cooked. So I'm still cooking it, but I make my fire medium and you try to stir underneath so that it won't stick on the cooking pots. I will slice it like this. If you want it cut it like straight, you can cut it, but I prefer to do it like this. So this is my Carlos. I'm going to add it to my jollof rice. The stew is almost cooked, So you can see that the oil is coming up, but it's not yet. I have to cook it more. When you are making jollof, you have to have more time to cook your stew. It's not yet cooked. I'm still cooking it. Oh, now I'm taking the meat out from the stew. Then later I will put it back in my jollof rice. I've washed my rice, so I'm putting in the stew now. I'm frying for a while before I will add my water. So I will leave it for a while. Me pese a season kakra ansa na me di ensuo agu me rice nim. It is abre e da so sija so obehwa ensuo nyanko mu. Me pese nyanto boasia. So they cover no medium so that it will have time to cook. And sometimes also I let the water boil before I will add my rice. And sometimes also I do it this way. But all is the same jollof rice. So I'm coming to add my water. I'm not going to add too much water. Just a bit like this. Then later on I can add a bit more, but I don't want my rice to be watery. That's why I use more water. I'm using my foil to cover my rice. I want the heat cook my rice so that it will cook gradually, slowly. Then I cover it. So this is how my rice look like, but it's not ready yet. And leave it to cook. It's nearly cooked. And I'm going to add my meat now. And mono aka krebi na ben ti sabre afi na me di meat no egum. So I'm sprinkling just small water around, not too much, you see. Then I will cover it again. So the vapor helps the rice to cook nicely so that you don't have to add more water for your rice to become very like watery. And see, it's a turning me jollof. You have to try and turn it over. It's nearly cooked. Nearly cooked. You have to turn it over. Now my rice is ready. I have to take the bay leaves from the rice, because you don't have to eat that one. It just gives it flavor. You see, you can see the rice, the way it look like. Oh, I got one bay leaves as well. I used 3, so I have to check that it look nice and delicious. This is my beef jollof rice. This is how my rice look like. It look very nice and well cooked. You can tell all the meat is well cooked. The carrots also is well cooked. Very nice rice. Now I've brought my beef jollof rice to an end. It look very nice and delicious. So please don't forget, subscribe, leave your comment, let family and friends know how my Julie's kitchen, a lot of things my Julie is teaching. So thank you for watching this video. I know you will subscribe it for me. So